Hey guys, it's Robster FBL and this is Game Week 4 review. And heading straight into it, what a game of footy. What a game week of footy with so many good results, an upset or two, and all in all, just brilliant. Heading straight into it, the early kickoff on Saturday, Crystal Palace completely dominated Spurs actually. Did Harry Kane even have a shot? It was really disappointing from Spurs after their good start to the season, but Crystal Palace really impressed. Patrick Vieira's new style of play is really impressive. And I think it's quite good for them. A really good start, a good upset. Arsenal, I knew their luck was going to turn. Against a struggling Norwich team, to be fair, both teams have had a really tough start to the season, but Arsenal was defensively solid and came away with a 1-0 win. Brighton, 3 wins out of 4. Really impressive stuff from them. Another clean sheet, but Brentford's worries attackingly is showing. They're not looking that threatening actually this season on the attack, and most of the games are very much defensive, looking almost like 0-0 games. Going on to Leicester and Man City, another tight game. As you can see, there's a trend of so many clean sheets kept over this weekend, which I'll get to later when we look at the FBR points for defenders. But going back to Leicester and Man City, it was a really frustrating game. Man City had a lot of chances. They could have buried a few more. Leicester had a chance or two, to be fair too, but Man City came away with the win. Going on to Man United and Newcastle, the much anticipated debut of Ronaldo. 2 goals on debut, and he looked really good. Bruno also scored a banger. But to be fair for Newcastle in the first half, they also had their fair share of chances. And on the counter-attack, they looked threatening. But all in all, Man United just had too much for them. Southampton versus West Ham, a really stable game. And finishing off with Antonio ending up with a red card. Really big thing for him. With over 1.3 million managers transferring him out at the end of Game Week 4. Watford versus Wolves. Wolves looked really impressive. They struggled to finish off until the 20th minute. Or the last 20 minutes, sorry. But Wolves, all in all, just need to hit their attacking strides. Defensively, they're looking really solid. And under Bruno Lars, they're looking really good. The wingbacks are playing well. Marcel and Semedo. Semedo had 2 one-on-ones saved. So he's looking really threatening. And I'll get to that when I get to the points too. Because he was in my team. And unfortunately didn't do as well as Marcel on the left wingback. But I feel like he was the better wingback actually in play. Going on to Chelsea versus Aston Villa. And Chelsea was just really clinical. Kovacic, Lukaku, excellent play. And they're a big threat, sweeping past teams quite easily in the beginning of the season. Leeds versus Liverpool, very dramatic game. Harvey Elliott's injury, red card for Leeds. After that, the game was already done. Liverpool ran away 3-0 winners. And then Everton versus Burnley. Before the game week started, everyone thought that Dominic Calvert-Lewin was still going to play, even though he was flagged as being a slight risk. But everyone thought he was still going to play. He ended up not starting, and they started with the back 5. Damari Gray is looking like a real threat for the start of the season. It's his 3rd goal in 4 games. He's looking very sharp. Andros Townsend with another banger. I feel like he always only scores bangers, so that's excellent play from him. All in all, a really good weekend. Going up to my team, and I'm quite happy. Top 5 and about 500,000 in the award for the game week. And that shot my rank up from about 1.92 million in the world to 1.3 million in the world. So that's a really good increase. And the wild card really played off. I'm quite happy with how my team is set up. But if you look at my team, all in all, Antonio and Calvert-Lewin, that's a lot of money for players giving you 0 and -1. So if it wasn't for Ronaldo with 26 points, Salah with his contribution, and a really solid defensive play, it wasn't that great a weekend either. The risk of Jota and Torres, both of them started, both of them played, but neither of them banked. Star, it's okay, he's a 6 million guy, you can't bank on it. But Antonio and Calvert-Lewin was a big detrimental reason why I wasn't high into the 80 points for this game week. But 75 points, you have to be happy with it. Ronaldo came off as captain with 2 goals, really good. And I'm really pleased with my defense. Even Livramento on the bench got a clean sheet. So I'm really happy with my defensive performance. Like I mentioned earlier, Semedo had 2 one-on-ones, so he's proving to be a real value player, also heading into these fixture runs. So all in all, a really good game week, and it's quite interesting to see what's going to happen going forward. Antonio and Calvert-Lewin is a problem in my team that needs to get solved. I'll see you guys soon for the watch list video and captaincy for game week 5.